Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Brain, the place where you can relax, listen, and grow your English step by step.
Today, we are talking about social media, attention, and a question that many people are starting to ask. Is this really helping me, or is it just taking my time?
Maybe you know this feeling very well. You open your phone for 1 minute, and then 20 minutes disappear.
Or you wake up, check one app, then another, and before your day really starts, your mind already feels busy.
And maybe the hard part is this. You are not miserable and you are not in a crisis. You just feel a little distracted, a little restless, and strangely not fully satisfied.
If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many people feel this quiet effect without noticing the cause right away.
In a minute, we will share a simple trick that can change how you feel about your phone habits.
And the good news is this: today is not about guilt. It is about awareness. Because when you can see a habit clearly, you can start to choose instead of drift.
Let's begin with one honest thought. I do not think social media always made me happier. I think it often made me busier, more distracted, and a little less peaceful.
That is such an important difference. Sometimes the effect is not dramatic, it's quiet.
Yes, you scroll, you watch, you react, you move from one post to the next, and then later you put the phone down and feel slightly flat.
Not terrible, not deeply sad, just lower than before.
And because the change is small, you do not always connect it to the scrolling. You just think, maybe I am tired.
But when that happens again and again, it starts to matter.
So let's look at the main idea in a simple way. A lot of phone use is not planned, it's automatic.
That means you don't always decide, now I want to use social media for 15 minutes.
Instead, there's a pause in the day and your hand goes to your phone before your mind even joins the conversation.
Research shared by the London School of Economics says that most smartphone interactions are started by the user, not by alerts, which means many checks happen because of habit, not because the phone called us.
That is such a powerful point. We often think the phone interrupts us, but many times we interrupt ourselves.
A small pause appears. You are waiting for coffee, you finish one task, you stand in line, you sit down for a moment, and then, almost automatically, you check your phone.
You open an app, you scroll a little, you don't really find anything important, then you put it down.
And a few minutes later, you do it again.
That is the habit loop, not always a clear reward, often just repetition.
Now let's talk about time, because this part surprises many people.
There's a big difference between planned time and absorbed time. Planned time is when you say, I want to spend 20 minutes here. Absorbed time is when little pieces of time disappear all day.
5 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at lunch, a few minutes while waiting, 15 minutes before bed. None of these moments feel huge by themselves.
But together, they become hours.
And that is why screen time numbers can feel shocking. You don't remember one long session, you remember many tiny ones.
Here's a small challenge for you. Pause in your mind for 1 second and complete this sentence. I usually check my phone when...
Say one answer out loud. Maybe, I usually check my phone when I wake up. Or, I usually check my phone when I'm bored.
Good. That small sentence matters, because when you name the moment, you begin to see the pattern.
Now let's move to something deeper. Mood.
Social media can bring connection, humor, updates, and creativity, and that part is real.
But it can also create a quiet background of comparison, stimulation, and emotional reactions that build up through the day.
You see someone's holiday, someone's success, someone's opinion, someone's perfect photo, someone's exciting news.
Maybe you don't feel strong jealousy, maybe it's much softer than that.
Maybe you just feel that your own life suddenly looks smaller for a moment.
That is why the feeling can be hard to describe. It's not one big emotion, it's many tiny reactions.
And those tiny reactions can leave you a little tired, even if you were only sitting and scrolling.
Your body is resting, but your brain is still processing things. News, humor, opinions, arguments, beautiful photos, short videos, comments, headlines, updates. It's a lot.
So when people say, "I don't know why I feel mentally full," sometimes the answer is simple. They've spent hours carrying other people's content.
Let's talk about attention now, because this part is very important. Social media is built around constant switching, one post, then another, with no natural ending point.
Infinite scroll removes stopping points, and that design keeps attention moving.
So when your brain gets used to that fast rhythm, slower activities can start to feel harder. Reading a book, watching one thing carefully, writing, studying, even sitting quietly.
Your brain starts asking, "Where's the next thing? Where's the update? Where's the new piece?"
That doesn't mean you're broken. It means your attention has been trained in one direction for a long time.
And training can be changed, slowly, gently, step by step.
Here comes our first short story. Imagine a normal morning. Your alarm rings, you turn it off, then almost in the same movement, you open a social media app.
You are still in bed, and already your mind is receiving photos, opinions, messages, and updates from other people's lives.
Then you get up, make coffee, maybe eat breakfast, and the phone stays close the whole time.
Now imagine a different morning. Same alarm, same room, same you, but no social media for that morning.
At first, it feels strange. There's a gap. Your hand may still want to reach for the phone. That discomfort is normal. It doesn't mean something is wrong. It means the habit expected to continue.
But after a few minutes, something else can happen. Your thoughts are just your thoughts. You notice how you slept, you think about your day, you look outside, you drink your coffee.
There's less noise in your head before the day even begins. That doesn't sound dramatic, but it can feel very different.
Let's do a micro challenge here. Say one simple sentence about your morning habit.
You can say, "In the morning, I usually check my phone." Or, "In the morning, I like to drink tea." Or, "Tomorrow morning, I'm going to wait 5 minutes before I open an app."
Good. Small sentences, small practice, small awareness.
Now let's move into the day. Many people think social media helps them rest during breaks. Sometimes it does feel fun, light, and easy.
But a break is not always real rest if your brain is still consuming and reacting the whole time.
That is a very important point. Entertainment and rest are not always the same thing.
If you spend every break scrolling, you may return to your work or study feeling stimulated but not refreshed.
It's like changing channels, not turning the system off.
So one practical idea is very simple. Try one break each day without social media.
Stand up, drink water, walk a little, look out the window, breathe.
It may feel boring at first, and that's okay. A calm brain sometimes feels boring to a brain that is used to constant input. That line is worth repeating. A calm brain can feel boring at first.
But with practice, calm starts to feel peaceful instead of empty.
Waiting is another interesting moment. Waiting in line, waiting for the bus, waiting for food, waiting for someone to arrive.
These used to be little spaces where the mind could wander.
Now they often become scrolling spaces.
And when every waiting moment gets filled, your mind has fewer quiet places to think its own thoughts.
That matters more than it seems. Some of your most human thoughts appear in those in-between moments.
An idea, a memory, a plan, a question, a feeling you had not named yet.
If every gap is filled immediately, there is less room for your own inner life.
I love that phrase, your inner life.
Yes, because your future English self, your future calm self, your future focused self is built not only by study, but also by attention.
Every time you notice a habit and make one small choice, you are building that future self.
Not with perfection, with repetition.
Let's go to the evening, because for many people, this is the hardest part.
You finish work, you sit down, you feel tired, and the phone feels easy.
Very easy. No planning, no effort, just scroll.
Sometimes you also turn on a show, so now you are half watching and half scrolling.
And at the end, you may not remember much of the show or much of the feed.
That split attention can make the evening disappear in a blurry way.
But on a lower phone evening, something different can happen. You may feel your tiredness more clearly.
At first, that can seem negative, but actually it is useful information.
Maybe you need rest. Maybe you need sleep. Maybe you need one activity, not 5 streams of input.
Maybe you watch one program properly. Maybe you read. Maybe you have a real conversation. Maybe you sit quietly.
Quiet can feel uncomfortable in the beginning. That is normal.
Please remember that. Feeling nervous, bored, or a little stuck when you reduce stimulation is normal.
It does not mean the quiet is bad. It means your system is adjusting.
Now, let's talk mindset for a moment.
Many people treat this topic in an extreme way. They say, social media is terrible, or I must quit everything forever.
But real life is usually more balanced than that. Social media can help people stay connected, learn things, laugh, and find communities they care about.
So this lesson is not about total rejection. It's about relationship.
What kind of relationship do you have with it now? And is that the relationship you would choose on purpose?
That is the heart of today's lesson. Not good or bad, more like chosen or automatic.
And once you see that clearly, your choices become easier.
Here's a simple trick we promised at the beginning. Before you open a social media app, ask one question. Do I want to open this, or am I just reaching?
That small pause is powerful. It creates space between the habit and the action.
Sometimes the answer will be yes. Yes, I want to check this.
And that's fine.
But sometimes the answer will be no. No, I'm just reaching because there's a gap.
And that's where change begins. Not in a huge decision, in one tiny pause.
Let's make that practical with one more mini challenge. Say these sentences after us. I am choosing what gets my attention.
I do not need to fill every empty moment.
Small changes can make a big difference.
Good. Keep those lines. They're simple but strong.
Now, let's give you a very easy routine for the next day or two.
Step 1. Check your screen time once. Just look. No drama, no shame, just look.
Step 2. Choose one moment of the day to protect. Morning, lunch, one break, or the first 15 minutes before sleep.
Step 3. During that moment, don't open social media. Just notice what you feel.
Maybe you feel bored, maybe calmer, maybe uncomfortable, maybe more focused.
Step 4. At the end of the day, say one sentence about it. I felt more present. Or, it was hard, but I noticed the habit.
That is enough. Really, it does not need to be perfect.
Progress here is not about becoming a different person overnight. It's about building awareness and making one small daily choice.
And those small choices build your future self.
Your future English self is not only someone who knows more words, it's also someone who can focus better, think more clearly, and stay present longer.
That version of you is built in quiet moments.
One morning, one break, one evening, one pause before opening an app.
Before we finish, here's the question of the day. If you spent one full day without social media, what do you think would change first? Your time, your mood, or your focus?
You can answer with one simple sentence. I think my focus would change first. Or, I think my mood would feel calmer.
Write your answer in the comments and keep it simple. Short answers are perfect for English practice.
And as you think about your answer, remember this. You do not need perfection. You need awareness, small steps, and a little honesty.
Thank you for spending this time with us today. Every small practice builds a stronger, calmer, more focused version of you.
And that version of you is already growing, one small choice at a time.
We'll see you in the next lesson. Take care and protect your attention.